What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming to the channel. Today we are playing Grand Theft Auto 5 and I want to jump into the import export. Now this has been probably one of the most fun things I've been doing when I've been playing this game, is going and finding the cars around the map, bringing them back to my warehouse, and then actually selling them and making a large portion of money. It's actually a really good way to be making money in this game too. This is my warehouse way down here at the bottom of the map, and it's huge, as you can see, and it's full of exotic cars inside. And today I want to show you how you can become a pro. I literally do them back to back, and I do them very, very quickly. So I'll kind of go over exactly how I do it, and we'll deliver it and make $100,000 on one car. So what I actually do is I own a cargo bob, so I always spawn a cargo bob right outside before I sell a car. Now I already got the cars, so this place is actually full of the cars already, so we don't have to do that, but I do want to deliver it to the buyer. So we're waiting for the cargo bob to spawn. I'm going to actually run all the way over and get in it, and then bring it closer to the door. What you also want to do is make sure you're in a lobby alone. Now I have one other person in this lobby. I'm not too worried about him, just because it's one other guy. Hopefully he's not a jerk. When you get into a lobby with hardly any guys or players, they're normally just kind of grinding and doing their own thing. So trying not to bother him, and hopefully he doesn't bother us. But basically I'm going to bring this cargo bob over to like where I'll spawn the car. If I was the only one in the lobby, basically when I go to sell this car, if I'm driving on the map, I'm basically having AI come after me and they're shooting the car and just causing a lot of damage, and then I make less profit. So I'm going to bring this thing right here. I believe because he's in the lobby right now, those AI won't actually come after me, but let's pretend that he's not even there. There's AI that's going to be shooting your car. You're going to get less profit. So let's jump into our warehouse. And yeah, it's probably one of the best ways to make money, but if you can see, there's some amazing cars in here. I don't like how they actually cover them all up. It's kind of unfortunate. I wish every single one, I think you can store 40 in here. I wish they were all fully exposed so you could see them, but we got some glitches going on or something because there's cars on top of each other. I don't think that's legit, but anyway, we're going to go over to the computer. I think I'm going to do that Reaper. Sell that. That's a really nice car, the Lamborghini. I actually have one in the garage and it's a very good car. Let's go ahead, we'll sit down at the computer, and basically what you have to do is you have to fully customize it, or customize it just a little bit, and then you'll be able to sell it for top dollar. And that's what I always do, is sell it for the highest amount possible, which is 100,000 credits, which is really good. So let's go ahead, we'll export this. So yeah, you can do 3 different ones. Commission offer 40 grand. You don't have to modify it at all. 70 grand or 100,000. We'll go ahead and do that. It costs 20,000, so we're actually going to profit 80k. And then you literally don't have to do much here. Like, you can pick whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Most of the time I just kind of fly through it. Don't really have to be so picky. Go gold. Like, literally you can push A and then back out right away. Like on this, I'll change the headlights only, and then you don't have to change anything else. You can back out. The wheels type, just throw some high-end wheels on there and back out. So now it's going to kick me out of the warehouse with that car, and I have to drive it to a certain destination and drop it off, and then I'll get paid that 100k. However, like I said earlier, if I'm driving there, oh, that guy's pretty close.
After the investments we've made,
if I'm driving there, then there's a chance of getting blown up by either other players or by the AI. So at the bottom right hand side of the corner or screen right now, you can see commission is 100k. If I was to damage this car at all or crash it, that will lower in value. So we're going to try and pick this thing up with the cargo bob. That's the nice thing about the cargo bob, is you can just pick up cars and then fly them to the destination. And it's so much quicker too, flying from way over here, as long as you can pick it up. Sometimes it is tricky and takes a little while to pick it up, but as long as nobody kind of messes with me, we should be a-okay with this and make 100k. And honestly, you can do like if you do 10 a day, at this rate, that's $1 million, and it's literally, you do them in like 10-15 minutes each. So it's very quick. I find this probably the most fun I've ever had in the game, to be honest. Other than playing with like buddies. Just by myself, going around. Now it is a lot more fun driving it, not gonna lie. Cargo bobbing is just, if you're trying to grind and make some money, then you definitely want to cargo bob it. And even when you're trying to find the car originally, if you fly there on your oppressor, spawn a cargo bob, and then pick it up and then bring it back to your warehouse, then that's also way faster than driving it. And it's a lot less likely to actually cause damage, as long as you know how to fly and you don't fly into buildings. Like, the car's swinging quite a bit right now, so it can easily hit my helicopter, and that will damage it. But if you keep her nice and steady all the way to the destination, you should be pretty good. Take a look at the map, see if anyone's coming after us, which it does not look like they are. So yeah, this is an easy 100k right away. I think this will probably take less than 5 minutes to deliver it. And then you make 100k. I think there is a cooldown time too. I think you can only do maybe 4 or 5 an hour. But what's also way better is if you have 3 buddies that you can do this with, then actually all 4 of you can export 4 cars at once and then make 400,000. But then you have to wait the hour until you can do it again. But that's definitely the fastest way and the best way. But if you're solo, this is definitely how you do it pro level. So what's crazy is I'm delivering this car. It's worth 1.5 million, but I'm only making 100k. The commission isn't very good for what I've done. Some of the cars are actually valued at like 2 million, almost $3 million, and you still only make 100k. I think the value of the cars should be, or the commission should be like whatever the value is and a certain percentage. So if it's 2 million, maybe it's 10%, so you make 200k. But if it's 1.5, then you only make 150,000. Alright, let's deliver this. You don't even have to let it go or anything. It automatically does this nice screen. But as you can see, delivered, specialist dealer. And yeah. And then what you would want to do now is call in your terabyte. Let's go services, terabyte, request terabyte, can't. But anyway, you want to call in your terabyte, jump in your terabyte, and then you can actually go vehicle cargo and go find another one, bring it to your warehouse. And by that time, you'd be able to sell another car from your warehouse. And you just keep doing that back and forth, back and forth. And there's actually a trick to it because there's 3 different levels of cars. There's low level, there's mid-range, and there's high range. And basically, once you get your garage full of 10 low range, 10 mid-range, then the next 10 cars that you get can be all top range. They will be top range. Once you go over 10, I think like 11 or 12, then they start going back to mids. But every time you fill it up with 30 cars, 10, 10, and 10, then just make sure to start selling your top range ones. And those are the only ones you ever want to do. Otherwise, you're not making a lot of money. But you definitely want to do the top range ones as quickly and as fast as possible. So this is definitely one of the ways to do it. You probably already knew it, maybe you didn't. I just learned about it recently as soon as I started playing the game, and it's been like, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 years that this DLC was out, so who knows? I don't know. Anyway, that's the way to do it. It's a lot of fun. Even just messing around, going and finding cars, it is fun, and having all those cars in the warehouse is just amazing. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and let me know if you're new to the channel. And then I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.